Hello everyone. So in our last video we had seen how to convert affirmative to negative and negative to affirmative. In this video we will see how we can convert from interrogative to assertive and assertive to interrogative. So before we start we must understand assertive and interrogative sentence, structure, punctuation mark and the purpose for which they are used. So assertive sentence is used to tell something. So it is also called statement. Generally we use full stop at the end of assertive sentence. And the structure we follow is subject plus verb and extra words. So it starts with the subject and then verb comes and then at the end extra words and full stop. The same way in interrogative sentence, the purpose of this kind of sentence is to ask questions, and we use question mark at the end of such sentences. And the structure we follow is we have two types of interrogative sentences. One is yes no type and the other is WH questions. So in yes no type questions we follow verb plus subject plus verb, like did you eat your snacks? So here did is the verb, then you is the subject and it is the verb again. But if I want to add WH word in the beginning, so we can say when did you eat your snack, or what did you eat. Okay, so this way we can just use WH word in the beginning and then verb, subject and verb. So this is the pattern we have to follow. Now why did I introduce you these two slides before we start conversion? Because you have to follow all these rules and regulations while we are interchanging, while we are transforming sentences. Otherwise the meaning and the charm of the sentence will be lost. Okay, for maintaining the meaning we need to understand some rules also. Before we start that, understand it that assertive sentence is divided into two parts, affirmative and negative. So affirmative we call it positive also, and negative means the sentence in which some negative words like no, not, never is containing. Okay, so now the structure again I am just reminding you of assertive sentence is subject plus verb, and the structure of interrogative is verb plus subject plus verb. So please follow it while converting from assertive to interrogative and interrogative to assertive. So now let us see the rules. Rule 1 is that we have to add negative words in the affirmative sentence. So if affirmative sentence is given and we have to convert it into interrogative, so we will have to add negative word also, and after that we have to convert into interrogative. And we have to remove negative words from the negative sentence. So if the sentence is negative and the words like no, not, never is given, so we have to remove those words when we are converting either from assertive to interrogative to assertive or assertive to interrogative. And because we know that in assertive we can have either affirmative or negative. So in short you have to remember that you have to use negative words if there are not any, and you have to remove them if you find any negative words. So अगर नहीं है तो use करने, है तो हटा देने. Okay, this is just to maintain the meaning of the sentence. And the second thing is, obviously as I said, you have to follow the structure of the sentence, like punctuations and the structure of the particular type of sentence. Let's see the example first. In assertive sentence, he was very polite. So here we can see that it is, we don't find any negative word. So when we will convert into interrogative, obviously we will add negative word also after the verb. So here verb is was. So we will just add not after was, and verb will be used in the beginning of the sentence here. So we will say wasn't he very polite? So both have the same meaning. Okay, so he was very polite is assertive and wasn't he very polite is interrogative, but meaning is same. Next sentence, he is not a trustworthy guy. So here also you can see that here this one is assertive but it is negative assertive, okay, where you find the use of not word. So while converting into interrogative, we will remove this word and we will use this verb is in the beginning of the sentence and at the end question mark instead of full stop. So he is not a trustworthy guy in assertive sentence is changed in is he a trustworthy guy? So the expected answer is no, he is not. Okay, this is called rhetorical type of questions that we'll see in the next slide. Rule number 2. If there is no auxiliary verb in the sentence, so we have to change it by using do, does, did in affirmative and don't, doesn't and didn't in negative according to tense obviously. So remember that in simple present tense we use do, does or don't, doesn't. With he, she, it we use does and doesn't, and in simple past we use did and didn't. Let us see example. If in assertive sentence you find such sentence, she plays tennis. So here you can find the use of action verb plays. Okay, so how can we convert it into interrogative? Generally what we were doing, we were just taking this verb and we were placing it in the beginning. So that verb, subject and verb, this way we were using the structure. But here we cannot say that plays she tennis or plays not she tennis. All right. So what we have to do in such sentence, we have to use this kind of auxiliary, this type of helping verbs. Okay. So as it is a simple present tense and with he, she, it we use does, we will be using does here, does not. So as it is affirmative, we will convert into negative, interrogative. So does she play tennis in assertive converts into doesn't she play tennis in interrogative. All right. Next example is, it is in simple past tense. You can see the use of did and it is negative. So they did not buy a car yesterday. So we will remove negativity, and when we will remove it, we have to use the without not. So did will be used in the beginning. So did they buy a car yesterday? So this is how we are converting. Like if not है तो remove कर देना है, नहीं है तो लगा देना है, and structure follow करना है. All right. So next rule is we have to use never in place of ever. अगर ever दिया है तो never करो, never दिया है तो ever करो. It depends on the transformation type of the sentence. Let us see the example of it. Mr. Patel never drinks tea. Again you can see drinks means simple present tense. So here again we will be using do, does. Okay, here Mr. Patel means he, so we'll be using does, and never will be replaced with yes, ever. So the interrogative sentence is, does Mr. Patel ever drink tea? Now if you think that why I have removed as from drinks, okay, so for your kind information children, whenever do, does, did is used, the other verb V1 is used only in V1 form only. Okay, so as it was an assertive sentence, I have used S or ES, but here already we have does is already used, so we will be using only V1 with that. So Mr. Patel never drinks tea, assertive, and does Mr. Patel ever drink tea, interrogative. Now as I said you that these are some of the rhetorical questions. So in rhetorical question means what? They are used to emphasize the thing you are just talking about. And when someone asks such questions, the answer is not expected actually, or it is the obvious answer. They do not expect answer from you. Answer is fixed. It is an obvious answer. Okay, so it is just asked to emphasize the thing which is discussed. So rule number 5, we have to replace everybody or everyone or all with who, don't, does, who doesn't, who didn't as per the tense. So for example, now here interrogative sentence is given first. Who doesn't wish to be successful? So who doesn't will be replaced with everybody. All right, as we can see in the rule, who doesn't will be replaced with everybody. So here who doesn't wish to be successful, here it is negative sentence, so we will remove that and we will use S or ES at the end of verb. Who doesn't wish to be successful? The answer is expected. Obviously, everybody wishes to be successful. So this is what called the rhetorical type of questions. Till now we had converted assertive to interrogative. From this slide we will be converting interrogative to assertive, 3 to 4 sentences. Next, we have to remember that if the speaker expects the answer to be yes, in that case the statement will be in the affirmative. For example, doesn't fish swim in the water? So whoever asks such question will be obviously expecting answer as yes, because we know it is a fact. So doesn't fish swim in the water? So answer is yes, fish swims in the water. So this is how we have to convert interrogative into assertive, and we have to convert into affirmative sentence when the answer is expected to be yes. The same way, if the speaker expects the answer to be no, then the statement will have to be in the negative. For example, can a leopard change its spots? So we all know that it cannot, okay? So the answer is a leopard cannot change its spot. Alright? So let's go ahead with the rule 5. Here every plus noun is given. At that time we have to convert into is there any plus noun plus who, don't, doesn't or didn't. Let's see the example. Is there any man who doesn't wish to be successful? So answer is obviously everyone wants to be successful, okay? It's also a rhetorical type of question. So here as per the rule, is there and noun is given. Is there any plus noun, is there any, noun is man, and who doesn't, okay? So what we have to replace them with? Every. So is there any man who doesn't wish to be successful? So in assertive we can say every man wishes to be successful. Alright. Next, rule 6. When nobody, no one or none is given, we have to replace them with who. For example, who can ever count the stars? So who is given, so we'll be replacing it with the nobody, no one and one. So we will say nobody or no one or none can count the stars. Rule number 7, when who, it is used for person, and what, it is used for thing. Who or what are given, we have to replace them with there is no. In example, you can find what in the beginning. What is the use of this law? So the expected question is no use. So we will use there is no in the beginning, replacing what. So what will be replaced with there is no. So what is the use of this law? So in assertive we'll say there is no use of this law. In the next sentence we have used who. Who and what both are used in the beginning. So we are replacing with there is no. So who is brighter than Prachi? So expected answer is no one. So there is no girl brighter than Prachi. Okay, next rule, rule number 8. It is no replaced by is there any or why. For example, in assertive sentence, now we are taking assertive sentence and we'll convert them into interrogative. It is no use of taking unfair means in the exam. Here negative word no is given. So what we will do, obviously we will remove this word and we will just convert it into interrogative by keeping is there any or why in the beginning. So interrogative sentence is why take unfair means in the exam. Assertive is it is no use of taking unfair means in the exam. So that means why should we take unfair means in the exam, or else you can just write it another way by keeping is there any in the beginning. Is there any use of taking unfair means in the exam? So answer is no. There is no use of taking. Okay, so the meaning remains the same all the time. So you just have to remember all these rules, and you have to remember that when negative words are given, you have to remove them. If they are not given, you have to add them, and you have to follow the structure of assertive and interrogative sentence. All right. And now the last rule for the video, it doesn't matter is given. So at that time you will be replacing it with what though or does it matter. For example, it does not matter if you are poor. यानी आप गरीब हो तो उससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. You also can join it. You also can do this particular action. So it does not matter is given. So we'll be replacing it with what though. Okay, so it does not matter if you are poor. So in interrogative we'll say what though. If you are poor, तो क्या हो गया, आप poor हो, it does not matter. Okay, so this is how we have to convert. And in the next video you can see the board where I'm going to solve some of the sentences. We will have practice. As the video becomes too longer, I have decided that now I will split the video in two parts, first for explanation with rules and examples and the other for exercise solution. Okay, thank you all.